You might start hearing the sound loading in. I wanted to go ahead and start. Now, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of tips I found from playing before. Hold on. Well, not playing before, but playing on my own free time, kind of. And I want to show you a few things that might help you out. So, you see this fishing dock? That can pay a lot more money, but now that's actually paying pretty horrifically. Fish in this area it doesn't really pay that well. It doesn't really pay that well. Now, if we work at the herbalist hut, the bright side of that would be that we would get 130 extra gold per day. So we would just get a ton of money. And also you have to consider your resources go into the market. So if let's say we wanted to make sure there was a lot of medicine on the market, whereas like as we can see here, there's basically nobody making medicine on the market. So that's why it's in such demand, which means if someone gets sick, it's kind of tough luck. It's kind of tough luck at the moment. Now, we're looking at these markets, and I'm guessing, and I've noticed it's just the Flethurst and Ashbury. And if I remember correctly, hold on. We're right by... I'm waiting to see the name to pop up. We got a military camp next to us, too. Scroll. Oh, and we also press tab. So we got Flethurst and Ashbury, but we also have over here a bunch of places over here. So if we can turn this around, can't really turn the map around, but you got a whole area over here with a bunch of stuff too. Which, if I remember correctly, hold on, Norham, which is actually, it's not even showing up on this stuff. So I want to actually go to Norham. I think that's probably a small town right at the moment too. So if I can see if Norham has a governor's or governor hut or a leader hut, that would actually be really good. But I can see a fishing dock. I see someone fishing. So you know what? We're gonna kind of go over there if we can. I don't think we can actually. Come to think of it, I think we're actually blocked entirely from Norham. Yeah, we're totally blocked from Norham. We can't actually go over there. I guess we would need a boat. I do know you can make a boat. But yeah, we're kind of just we're split apart from them. We're split apart from them. Oh, time's passing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, even though it doesn't pay very well, I'm going to have them do fishing dock because we want to get good at fishing ourselves. And I can show you kind of a fun tip that you can do. So we're already applied for the job, so let's go ahead and press play. And it's going to get basically make us spend. It's going to make us spend time just fishing, and we'll get money, basically without having to do much. And honestly, I'm kind of hoping that some of the other people take up the other jobs. That I would get paid twice as much to do the other job, but we're already pretty heavily invested into fishing. Oh, we just went somewhere. Oh, there we go. Oh, we had teleported back to our home for some reason. We can space and follow London around. Whoop! Come on, over here. There we go. Now I'm pretty sure we asked for the job, Ashbury Docks. Maybe we didn't. Now wood cutting wouldn't be a bad idea. That isn't as far away as Ashbury. And we would get paid double the money. And wood cutting is not a bad profession because you need wood on the market in order to actually kind of do anything. So you know what? Oh. I have to think about that one. Whoop. Hold on. Is the military camp wanting the food? It's not really wanting any food right now. And we really only have these two cities to work with. And they are not really... Oh, actually, hold on. They are buying... The merchant camp's buying it for a decent amount of money, right? I'm going to go over here and see what I can sell them to. Sell them for. Because if I can get enough money, I'll just buy the fishing dock. I'll buy the fishing dock. It's actually probably a better idea than buying a home. For me. Because I tried doing renting on my own. The trick with renting is there's a little known thing called a plague. And I was the only person who didn't have the plague. It was quite hilarious. It went crazy. I was able to become a town guard and just had to slay everyone who had the plague, breaking every law I could, just to save the ones I could, the ones that were left from getting the plague. And I'll show you a few ways of how I survived the plague too. Part of which is by getting a jacket as soon as possible. Now you can get those typically by buying homes. Sometimes people have just left them inside, and you can just kind of repossess them. And there's other means too. So now you can also, fun trick, just press all these, put them right there, and I can actually go fishing right there, and just sell from right here. Actually, would be a fun idea. I won't even have to go that far. And there's a fishing dock right there. Now, to buy it out is going to be a lot of money. And the thing is that we're not even friends with the owner yet. So if you become friends with the owner, you can buy it, period. Because a lot of times they don't even want to sell it to you. Now, they're Gannate. So, and if I'm saying that correct. So they actually don't typically mind too much. No, I turn the sound a little. Hopefully the sound's not too loud. No, I think it's alright. But typically they don't mind too much because they have multiple properties. Sometimes they don't want to sell it to you, and so they'll give you a way inflated price. Now we are kind of hungry, I'm guessing, right? No, we're tired. Now what we really need to do is get a jacket as soon as possible, because that means we'll have a constant boost to our immunity. We could also just eat constantly to keep well fed on us, which actually probably is the smart idea to do here. Now, tired is going to lower how much we learn, which is not going to be fun. No more space for any more fish. Let me just sell all this, and then just continue fishing. And then, hold on. Now they don't have a jacket. I don't see a jacket at least. They do have a shield. That's not really our priority here. They do have an axe, which would be actually something we could use. We could take people down, but really the only reason to take people down is so that you can buy from the city, their property from the city. And we could do that. We could kind of, perform some illegal acts of sabotage here and kill the person who owns that building. Now, if we get caught by the watchman, we're in some trouble, but... Oh, someone, I think, bought the axe, unfortunately. Out from under me. So, never mind. But that is something you can do. Yeah, still not there. Yeah, someone bought it. Now, if they have armor or something like that, then you really don't want to go do that. Actually, didn't we try to burn this down? That's how you can get demand for wood. Is by burning these things down, because they'll have to fix it with wood. And so the only time in my game I play on my own, the only time wood will show up on the market. For a long time I was a producer of wood, and I moved into foodstuffs because I had to feed the resurgence of population that was coming in. I had to foster, it was 4 different towns. I was in the place where I was 4 different towns, and I had to foster everyone from 2 people. With just constantly providing food onto the market where they could have easy access, and kind of pruning the population if anyone got plague. Which we're kind of at a little bit of a risk of getting ourselves if we stay sick like this all the time. Right now we're tired. And in a way we can just ignore kind of being tired, as long as we have other things. I wouldn't recommend ignoring it for too long. Because if you get the plague, you're kind of, in trouble. Yeah, there's no real way of solving it. I mean, I think there's a church that you can pray in, and I think you have a tremendously small chance of actually fixing it if you do that. And I might even move into the bunkhouse here. I think there actually was a bunkhouse here, and I'm wasting my time kind of running all the way back when I could just fish here and make way more money. But I see why this isn't really the spot. If we bought the fishing dock, we could make a lot more money. But, this isn't really the place for... In fact, we could actually make a bunch of full meals if there's a because there's a fishing dock here. Meaning, if we got a is it a bakehouse or an ale house where I can make fish patties or something like that. So there is that. There is that potential here. Hold on. Do we have a jacket on market though? That's what I want to see because that would be tremendously helpful if we can find a jacket. But fish is going to be pretty cheap on the market. In fact, we can actually kind of see. Well, that's by new, but I want to see if I look here. And if I destroy the fish, and if I do destroy the fish industry, I can do some damage. I can do some serious damage. Hold on. There's a craftsman. But I don't think there's a corral, meaning they don't have. No, there are corrals and there are fields. Because what I did is I got a corral in a field and started revitalizing a city, which it's not a easy job, but it's an honest job. Because you're not profitable, but you will help rebuild the town because you will basically be providing food, which keep people from being sick, which keep people or food that better food because other people will make them. If someone owns an ale house or a bakehouse in this case, which they're making bread, as you can see, which you can actually look at how they make them, and you can provide it. So I think this is the meat pie. So if you provide all this to the market, the bakehouse, if it's owned by someone, will start making like fish cakes, wheat flour, stuff like that. So oftentimes you can preserve an AI town that is going really like through the floor by providing the right raw materials at the right times. Hold on. Oop. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, in real life. Hold on, I went way off the map. That was me just checking the chat. But yeah, I agree that if you could just wish plague, if you could just pray plague away, that would be really, 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 really helpful. Would have really, really helped medieval Europe. Been like a medieval lotto. If it was just as simple as just show up. But hold on. We can also pay off guards, which I'm not really there's not a crime I really need to do. If you buy one of these houses, the larger houses. There's a bunkhouse here. So we're going to move residents into here. But yeah, if you go in here and you click pray, there's a small chance that you'll lose plague. But we don't have plague, so you can also become a teacher, which is another job I did not know until the plague ravished the entire cities. There's a lot of jobs I did not know there were until the plague basically got rid of the people doing those jobs. I was like, oh, I could be a teacher. And there's actually education skill. I was like, wow. I was really surprised. There's teaching, there's abbots and stuff like that. And like as you can see, like there's a bunch of residents here. And actually, if we look at power, someone might be in charge. It's this one here. So Ashbury, 53 civilians is pretty big. It's got an abbot and a town reeve. So basically, the person who is the law and the person who is the church. That's who you gotta focus on. They can pretty much they can do what they can just declare you an outlaw, and this person can do like they both are immune from local law, so you can just do anything you want if you're one of those two positions. And I think I've never been, because I typically play long kind of time games, but I've never been I've never been someone who's reached the highest height level. Like I haven't reached, or is it Elderman? But I'm not entirely sure what you can do there. It doesn't really say. I think that you get to live in the powerhouse. That's the only name I can think of it. The House of Power, or the Law House, which I don't see where it is here, but it's typically a larger house. Like it looks like this, typically, but it's not an ale house, but a normal house, which I'm not really seeing immediately right around. But we are trying to get untired though. Yeah. The court, like you mean like Yeah, like in the courthouse. I guess you could say it's the courthouse. Which I can't quite... I'm not entirely sure where the courthouse was in here. Is it way over here? Oh, we are no longer tired? I'll wait a little bit longer before we get up. Actually, I could look... I forgot I could look up on here. We got the learning hall. We got the church. We got the graveyard, which they actually do little burnings, like whenever... Which, again, I found out with the plague. When a ton of people started getting the plague, they started burning characters off in here. And the only thing that kept me alive was that jacket. Because that jacket gave me immunity in all situations. So I learned to love the jacket. The warm weather jacket. I was wearing a warm weather jacket and a hood. So I felt like a Iron Age plague doctor. With the only solution is death. Death by stabbing with a short sword. I'm not seeing the... I might just be missing it. I would figured it would have been one of these buttons right there. But, I'm not seeing the court for some reason. But typically, if you click it, it actually brings up the power button. So that's how you can tell. But I'm not seeing it right now. So let's run to the fishing dock and, steal all their fish before they can get it. Fish the whole place out before before morning. They'll never know what hit them. I'll be in and out. I'll got all their fish. Yeah, it is. It is one way to solve the play. Oh, actually, I forgot we already have a bunch of fish. Let's go ahead and sell. But that was the only way I could get... Because I don't think they can actually do the potential... I think there's a chance they might survive. I think there was one guard that survived on their own. I couldn't confirm or deny that. There was one watchman I stabbed, but they had armor, so they just kind of took it. They just kind of took getting stabbed and were like, okay, don't worry, I kind of get it. And I just walked off. I came back and she was all right. It's just this 30-year-old guard, like 38-year-old, I think, guard, just hanging out and survived the plague. I was like, okay, you're the only one that naturally survived the plague. Everyone else, everyone else didn't have armor and stuff, so I could just get rid of them. So the plague wouldn't spread. But they didn't. They ended up. That was an Abercom. The map with Abercom, Addercrop, and I don't remember, and Edelwald. That was the map I was playing. And it's got a ton of cities. And I've gotten Edelwald back up to like 40, 50 people from 2. So that was a very big achievement. One of the most fun things I had in this game so far. Next to accidentally burning myself when trying to burn down a building, which was just hilarious. Hold on, let's check over here and get more fish. Right now we're just self-employed. Now I could actually buy a house now from the city. I could buy not a house but a hut. And I could rent it. I don't know if it's intended, but if you haven't set it as a residence, you can rent it and you can sleep in it. So you can kind of rent and sleep in it. There was, I think, an update since I did that. So I'm not sure because now I already moved past that point in the other save that I've been doing on my own. So I couldn't say if that's still a thing, but I might test it out. Now you could also build one of these plots and you'll get for a much better price, something that you can develop. It is 600 and then you can build it. You can develop it like this. And, if they don't have a flour mill here, for example, that would be something valuable. A shed must be new. I don't think I've seen a shed before. It's either new or I just never looked at that far down on the shed and mostly stuck to this other stuff. Mines, from personal experience, are pretty cool. If the town is already doing pretty well and everything else, mines can make you a lot of money. Wood was the most money I made, period. Part of it was that buildings were just getting set on fire because I wasn't really doing my job as a watchman. So wood was doing great. But then I eventually sold it to be a charitable entrepreneur and moved into the food industry, operating in a negative, practically a negative. I was still making some money, but operating it basically at cost. so I could repopulate the town. And with my child workforce, because I should say, even though the population was 2, all the orphans in the church were still alive, and they became my workforce, which was just funny in concept of just having to rebuild a town with an orphan workforce, chopping wood and then eventually raising cows, so they could get milk for basically every recipe in the alehouse. Someone eventually, a rich family in the group, came in and they moved in and bought the alehouse and started making food. So I could actually just do that. Because the farm was the only one technically making edible food. Because until you have a butcher, you can't really, you don't have the meat's not going to be good for eating. Yay, there's child labor in the game. You get paid half, they get paid half, and they're less efficient. But they do get paid half. And, as there was a plague going on, and, I didn't really have a lot of money, it really helped out. It really helped out in the game. I was able to refeed everyone through a child labor force. And right here, this is where you get your child labor force. Oh, there's no orphans here. I guess it was the plague that absolutely filled the orphans. That would explain why there was a full sheet of them. Of orphans when I was playing. I actually think I may have actually be selling it at a lower price if I sell it here. Yeah, I might be selling it at a lower price. I think the merchant camp would buy it. No, they're going to buy it at a bad price too, so because I'm flooding the market full of fish. Now, food shouldn't be a problem, so I don't think I'll see plague as likely this save. Because everyone's going to be kind of well fed. At least for right now. Yeah, I imagine that's basically exactly how the actual Iron Ages went. Every single other person in the town died. So take this scythe out there, and I don't care if you're half the size of the grass, or not the grass, but the crops. You're gonna go out there and you're gonna bring in the food before everyone else dies of starvation. And I could see that being a medieval problem. Medieval solutions for medieval problems kind of thing. Or I guess not even medieval, Iron Age. Iron Age solution for Iron Age problems, which is child labor, dressing warmly. And the funny thing is my guy had gotten married. And the wife had gotten the plague, so I ended up having to kill my guy's wife. Because I tried getting them to wear a coat, but in the summer they'd start taking their coats off no matter what. But you don't get the warm buff. And the warm buff is what keeps you from getting sick. Because it's one of these well-fed, things like that. It's one of the things that keep you from getting sick. And I kept trying to give it to them, please wear the jacket. Please wear the jacket. And they would just keep putting the jacket in the house. And they were a teacher at the school, and they got sick. And they ended up having to stick them with the pointy end of the short sword in order to actually, eradicate the plague. And I tried so much to cure them. Because I didn't want to play my guy off as, killing his own wife, but he did it for the good of the town. He did it for the good of the town. They're the last plagued person left. Other than the guard. I couldn't kill the guard because they were wearing leather armor and had a shield. And but the guard never arrested me, so there was that. So deep down I feel that guard, they kind of knew what was up. In the game, they're like, I got plague. Not much I can really do. If I survive, I survive. But yeah, I'm not gonna hold it against you for stabbing me with a sword. I think I did twice. Because I just couldn't believe the fact that they didn't react hostilely to me. I was so sure I was gonna get arrested and thrown into there's a pit, which is normally right by the court. There's a pit that you go in when you go to jail. Ah, there we go. Maybe this is where the court is. It's being blocked by a tree. Oh, is it just a stone here? But there's the pit. You can look inside the pit. Yep, that's the pit. I was so sure I was going to get thrown in there. Yeah, well, normally court's right by it. I haven't played on this map too much, besides with this character, so my only guess is that I just don't know. But yeah, my crazy adventures in the on wherever part of the map that was, because there's 5 different places you can play the game. And right now, I don't know what's going to happen with Norham because I did see that this said basically this area was a conflict between the Vikings and basically the Britons or the people here, basically. Was it the Anglo-Saxons and the Vikings fought here or something like that? I can't remember. It was either the Britons, Anglo-Saxons, or the and then one of those two versus the Vikings. And I'm guessing that's what Norham is, but there's no path across, so I'm guessing that will come into play. There is a military camp, which I'm guessing is a factor there, which they want weapons and they want a coat. That's the woolen coat. If you can get a woolen coat, it is one of the best investments in the game you'll make. If you don't buy it for free through a building, which is probably the best way to get it, but because it's the only. But I don't think that they're gonna have one just sitting in a house, in a place like this. It's gotta be in a place where they produce them. So someone probably bought one and left it. You can also forge in these, stuff like that, which would help out the town too. But it's a small thing. I have yet to figure out what a trading post really does, though. I was always afraid of taking the plunge to buy a trading post, so I've left it alone. I'm guessing that you just hire traders to go out and manage markets, play the markets. Wolf fat is worn off, so let's eat some of our stock. We're an independent fisherman. We don't like this group here. In fact, hold on, it's early in the morning, right? We tried this once and it didn't work, but by gosh, we're going to destroy the local fish business. Well, it's I might get caught. I'm probably gonna get caught if I try to do this. It's not good for the town, I guess, either. But hey, I might try. It's late enough at night. If I had a leather hood, I think that actually helps stealth. We can actually case it, and then there's breaking in. Let's case it. Oh, hold on. That's the person. That's her. What's casing it do? I never cased it. Gain knowledge about case. Oh, I don't think hold on. I don't think I actually accomplished it. And I don't think casing's a crime. If I had to think. I don't think that they probably labeled it as a crime because you're just kind of standing out there. He's loitering. But when as a guard, I did get to be able to find people, but I think that the Reeve gets to collect the debts or collect the fines and actually get the money. We're not finding anything yet. No, nothing. No luck. No, I guess we're just... Oh, there we go. And we can see the inventory of the building. Oh, actually, hold on. They do have a jacket in there. They do have a jacket in there. Now, if I broke in, I'm pretty sure I'm in trouble. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to start a fire. You see how this works. Now, they're inside there, so I'm afraid of what's going to happen if I set it on fire while they're inside. But if they are the fisher, person, if they're the person who's in charge of all the fish industry, I might be able to get away with some... I don't think I can just open my inventory and take anything out without actually going inside. And if I bought that place, I'd be able to get that jacket. I'd be able to get all of this stuff. So, I mean, I guess I could go around casing different houses and seeing if there's one for I could buy that would give me more worth of... It's like that show, I don't know, what was it called? Where they had all the containers, like the... Whoop! Oh, I think we just got burned. We're suffering from some burns. Okay, hold on. It's going up in flames. That's right. That's what you get. Unable to work. Okay, burn. Ouch. You lit a building on fire. Okay, so... Oh, they're going to try to put it out. No. You're going to talk to us. No, we can't. We'd have to talk to them. Okay, so it's damaged, so wood's going to be a good price, but unfortunately... We didn't accomplish our goal here. But we sent a message. That's what it's about. We sent a message that we don't that we're not a fan of them taking our business. Yeah, it's damaged, but that's about it. Now we could actually buy it for cheaper. That's actually another thing, is you can damage a building and then buy it. I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you own a wood manufacturing. Oh, we've been cured. Okay, so I guess our burns got better. Our burns got better, and the building is no longer. It's pretty battered up. I mean, what's the inventory? I think I destroyed all the inventory. Speaking of, I don't know if I actually left anything inside. I think I may have destroyed all this stuff inside. Well, let's run back over and let's eat some more stuff and see if is this guy casing it himself? That's a watchman. We were returning to the scene of the crime. Oh, hold on. Oh, we can case it again. So maybe we just don't see it because we didn't, Nothing to see here. I'm just, I'm just fishing at this fishing dock. So that should take wood off the market. If I was honestly, if you want to run a racket, buy the wood mill. I mean, maybe I should do that and start setting people's houses on fire and selling the wood back to the market so they have to buy the wood to fix it. I mean, that would literally be like a wood racket. A racketeering scheme. I think we're just right now just a, crotchety, young fisherman. That, and we could also teach skill. That was actually something new I did see. That came out. So, merchant camp. Sell this. Alright, we need to sell more than one. There you go. And go fishing. We're getting a decent amount of money. Because we can get like about 100 a day, which is more than we would get if we had the job. And you get tired about in the length of your job, so... I mean, I guess we would make more money if we did the wood cutting. We did do wood cutting. Oh, wood cutting's actually gone down? Really? The wood cutting wage has gone down. That's bizarre. I'd have thought that we were helping their market. I guess the merchant sells is competing with them. They're bringing in wood. Okay, let's keep on. Now trading is really good because as you get trading, you're gonna actually be able to just increase the amount of money. You get a haggle, and you can actually check up here to see your. Oh wow, it hasn't been keeping track of my recent transactions. That's weird. But normally it will tell you up here. I don't know why it's hasn't. I don't know if the recent update kind of bugged that out, or if it's only gonna work with businesses. It might only work with businesses. Business transactions. Because I'd use that typically to check on when I do the other ones. The guards are just watching that place now. Like a hawk. Like hawks, I should say. Oh, hold on. Case it. Oh, no, there's a guard. Guard. Walk away. I want to see if the inventory burned up. For science. I burned down their building for science. It wasn't for money, I promise. I mean, it did help the market. That's all it was. Market manipulation. I mean, that's innocent, right? Oh, they walked over to me. They're suspecting me or something. I wonder, actually, could I get a job there? And is it now actually kind of... Oh, it's damaged. It needs to get fixed first. So, yeah, no fish for this town. Oh, actually, we work at the bakehouse. And that'd be good because that would be we'd make stuff for the town, and normally if it's being paid that much, that means that nobody's working there, or nobody's skilled. That one or the other. Let's throw this in here, and let's go ahead and get some more fish. I mean, as long as there's fish on the market, they're not gonna starve. I mean, they're not gonna have like really good food, but they're not gonna starve. She's the merchant! Oh my gosh, she's the fish merchant too! Hold on. She's the fish merchant. I burned down the house of the person I've been selling fish. Well, hold on. That's kind of ironic. And they've been actually buying at a good price, to be honest. I mean, to be totally fair, and considering they have 31 of them, they're still buying it at some kind of markup or markdown or whichever one. Well, we could try to. I wonder if we could actually set it on fire again. I don't want to do that. I could buy the property. I guess I could do that if I burned it again. But it'd be better just to take them off market themselves. But I don't want to get the place through ill-gotten gains. I mean, I'll damage it. I'll damage it. But maybe buy the damaged version, but the damaged version of it. But I won't actually probably burn it down to the ground. Because if they won't sell it to me. In fact, hold on. Actually, can I not talk to them? Teach skill. They're busy. Okay, I can't talk to them because they're busy. I should become friends with them. Or track them or something. Track. There we go. We got them tracked. No more space for fish. Okay, hold on. Actually, I could just sell where I am. There we go. Fishing. I really do need to get a jacket though. Oh, I am hungry and hold on. That's not a good mix. That means I'm gonna probably get sick soon. Let's get ourselves back up. And tired too. Illness, yep, there we go. Violent illness. Oh, that's not good. Unable to work, treatment would be ideal. Okay, hold on, let's pause. I always caught it too late. We need to find a treatment, and I don't think the problem is it's not a treatment on the market. For violent illness. Now, if we look here and we go to the... Oh, someone must be working the... And then, let's go to the market finder and see if we can find a cure for... Cures violent illness. There we go. You got a cure for violent illness anywhere? Merchant camp. There we go. Herbal tea. The merchant camp. It's right here. Come on, get over here, and then we need to buy it. It's only 16 gold. That's a good thing. That's beneficial. I mean, I was basically buying mild medicines for when I was running the. Hold on, let's go to merchant camp and buy. So I only need one. So down and then use only one. There we go. So let's go ahead and give ourselves. There we go. We have been cured. Now the good thing is we didn't get plague, so that's a good benefit there. Any disease you can walk away from was a. Well, I shouldn't say that. Well, it wasn't what gotcha, I guess. Hold on, let's see. We're still tired though, so we really should rest because we're not getting a lot of knowledge. And the bunkhouse does have warmth. So that's beneficial. Now, actually warmed by something. I'm guessing it was the herbal tea. Warmed us up. Okay, we're going to get full... Well... We'll just go sleep. I don't want to do what I do in Hobo Tough Life and just stay awake the entire time. Through just ignoring... But through other benefits, making sleep irrelevant. I have a feeling that if I stay up long enough, I'm going to really regret it. But we are doing pretty good monetarily. I mean, we're making a little more money, I think, than we were before. There's other people fishing. I should just punch anyone. I should go over and punch anyone that fishes. And kind of just have that be my thing. I'm the fishing druid. I don't let anyone fish but me. I am the only one who can talk to the sea. I mean, I'd get arrested in a heartbeat. But you know, it'd be a funny way to get. I don't think I could discourage them enough, though. I'm gonna go here and fish here, because I can just pretty much just keep fishing and selling. As long as I'm within. Hold on, I think it was right here. Yeah, there we go. So I can pretty much just sell straight off. Straight to the market. I do want a jacket, though, if I can get one. I haven't played much of a thief or anything in that. I don't typically play kind of thief kind of gameplay. I mean, arson. We did burn down a little bit of that place, and they haven't fixed it yet. So I'm actually kind of getting a little bit worried that whether they're ever going to fix it. Or whether there's not enough wood on the market. I mean, there should be enough wood on Ashbury's market, right? Yeah, there's tons of wood. I guess they just don't care enough to fix it. There you go. I mean, it's pretty simple. We just kind of just get all this money by just dumping it in. I mean, I guess we could take some leather armor, which would prevent us from getting stabbed to death. And leather hood. We could do the leather hood because that would make us be able to burn the rest of the building down to the ground with increased stealth. But I think we want to save up. I think we definitely want the building. However, if I remember correctly, the cheapest thing typically I found to buy initially was... heck, I could actually... An estate plot. That's interesting. Actually, that's not one I've ever come across. Let's see what I can develop there. A longhouse. You can develop a longhouse on that. That's really cool. Maybe that's the government house. Oh, I ate that. Oh, we'll eat the fish. That's fine. We need to make money and eat fish. That's what we do here. So that's our two activities. We're absolutely trashed the fishing market. There's no one else who's going to be able to make a living on fish here. I think we bottomed out the fishing industry. I don't think it can get any lower than 5. Well, we can buy it as much as we sell it for. So there's a benefit there. Fish has become a currency. It's equal in value. You can sell and buy fish for the same rate. I wonder if I bought... Oh, someone's becoming friends with me. Walked up and talked to me. Now he's tremendously sick, so... I don't know if that's going to affect us at all, but... You know what? We can actually become his friend by watching... Now, I'll show you what... I did this in my Plague campaign. I'll show you... Basically, if you really want to become friends with people, you can go over here. Merchant camp. Oh, they don't have a... I wonder if that'll cure mild illness too, or is it just going to cure... We're going to perform an act of charity here. I don't know if it'll work. But I'd imagine if it can cure one illness, it can cure the other. If it can cure a worse illness. Give item. Herbal tea. Okay, come on over here, Williston. Giving you herbal tea. Hopefully that'll help you out. Oh yeah, it did! It did cure him, so it doesn't have to be the same thing. So we cured him so he can go back to work. Live his life. Hold on, where are we doing on fish knowledge? Our fish knowledge is doing alright. Are we tired again? I think we're tired again. I think we are getting tired again, unfortunately. Which means we ought to run back to the bunkhouse. We might be like a... Oh, they're doing a... Hold on. You can actually see who it is. If you pause. Uh-oh. I just jettisoned myself way off into the middle of nowhere. Typically, you can see who it is. Now, I normally only saw the pyres of people I killed. So, maybe the pyre, if I don't know who died, I don't get to see. It might be, since I don't know them, I don't get to see them again. But typically, that happens, and you go to see who died. Yeah, I'm just misclicking, but... We are actually getting money at a pretty decent rate, considering how many fish we're selling. We're just a fish dispensary. We're just pretty much a fish dispensary. Getting 50 every denomination of time we can do it. Actually, if we can stay up for just a little while longer, I think we can get a lot. I mean, we might fish out the area, which is problematic. But I doubt we would do it ourselves that easily. Especially since the fishing dock has been destroyed. We've kept these waters from overfishing. We've kept these waters from overfishing. We really do need to get a jacket, though, because that would really help us out. Let's eat some. So, just stay healthy. I don't think anyone will keep us up. I don't think, unlike Hobo Tough Life, I don't think that we have anything that can get rid of sleep. You can get warm, though, which is good. Which I'm going to actually buy one and eat that. Whoop. Oh, hold on. Buy one and then eat. Whoop. No more space for fish. That's okay. I'll just do that. Fishing here and then just sell the rest of this. Because as long as we're warm and we're awake, I'm pretty sure we'll be pretty good. And we can just rake in the money. We can just rake in the money. I mean, I guess we might get really tired, but I think we might be able to rake in enough that we can buy some kind of building. Watch our guy do it. Too. He's got a little fishing bow here too, which is nice. Let's throw that. I think that what we got here too is we can... Now, I don't know if the market will stay all the time. I think they stick around as long as they have gold. As long as they basically have money. So I might get rid of them eventually. But I think they have enough money that I'm not too worried. I could actually buy armor, but that's basically a full-on building. Like right now, I could buy a house and become a citizen. And then become a watchman. But I have to get rid of one of the current watchmen to become a watchman. And you get paid a decent amount per day, and you don't have to do your job as a watchman. You can get like 160 was what I was getting in the Edelwald. 160, 165. And running the wood market with buildings burning, just because you don't know how in the world to fight crime, it was actually somewhat beneficial. However, honest mistake there. I didn't know how to fight crime until, except for killing people who had plague. I didn't figure it out until I started catching people casing or stealing from houses, and then people themselves will alert you. If someone saw the crime happen, you'll basically get like a warning where it'll take you to where the crime has happened, and they'll dislike you for finding them, which is realistic, I guess, because they don't like you, but you don't get to get the money. The Reeve gets the money, as far as you can tell. So be careful. Because technically, if you want to buy something from somebody, you could end up causing yourself some trouble. Just depends on if you want to play the corrupt watchman or the morally upright watchman. Right now, we're just the disgruntled fisherman. Actually, that's probably fixed now. Yeah, that's fixed. Oh, they sold it off to a different family. They were just done with it. They're like, I'm going to give it to somebody else. Someone else's problem. And they're selling it for a lot less. Only like 3,000. Was that? At least I think it was a lot less. Ah, but look at that. They bought 4 fishermen. That's probably why it's so expensive. Is it probably has enough upgrades. 4 fishermen? They're gonna ruin my market. Maybe we gotta intimidate them. We gotta go over and intimidate them. Hold on, let's get some fish first. Oh, well, no, they're done. They stopped working. And we're going to get really good at fishing, though. We're going to become a fish machine. There we go. Look at that haggle bonus. We're going to get great at trading, too. We already got 1,600. Watch that that Iron Age profits soar. There we go. Oh, we got all this stuff over here. I could buy a... I'll have to check the real estate market in a second. In fact, I'll check on it right now after I sell this to see what we want to invest in. Because a wood shop wouldn't actually be a bad one, especially if we maybe keep up the arson streak. I don't know if I want to do that too much though, because that will get us caught, and also it's not really good for the town. If you start messing up too many things, people are going to start getting plague because they're going to get sick because they haven't been taking care of themselves. So you gotta be careful, especially once you start getting a big population. You kind of almost have to be unless you want plague going everywhere. You kind of start having to be just a good Samaritan, just on the premise of keeping people alive, so that they don't kill everyone else. So let's see what we can buy out here, and there might be a cheap enough corral. Oh, we have enough money for the corral. One of the corrals, Altum family, Oaks family. Okay, that's a better corral. We got that corral. So there's 3 corrals. I'm really doubting if we go and help out the corral, now there's a manual and automated way you can run the business. You can just do it manual, and that way you get to, if you do automated, you can't participate. But if we work at the corral for a little bit, we could get the corral skill up, and then we can teach new workers how to do it. But fishing is going to be what we're best at. So I don't know. I guess we could just burn it again to try to get that price down. Or just work. Well, we could. No, I think we'll buy a business. We need a business. And we'll have to just buy it from someone. We have to become friends with somebody, though. This is the only corral I could get into the business on. And there are fields. I could buy out fields. But no one's really interested in buying any of the fields. Now, fields get really bad in winter, so consider that. That the only time you really want to be invested in fields is during the spring and summer months. And I guess we could even do it in fall, but you're going to be in some real trouble outside of that. We really need to just invest into the fishing business. Because we're already so good at it. And look at our skills at it. What are we doing at? We have some supervise? I don't know how we got supervise. Supervise is a skill you get once you start supervising businesses. We have case and arson, which makes sense. We'll fish 42. We're at fish 42. Fishing 42. Which is really crazy. And also, fishing, you can get skill totems, which that, if I show you here, which is this here, which will actually, as you can see, increase the rate at which makes, well, actually, hold on, it doesn't say there, but if I were to show you the item on the market, it basically increases the rate at which you learn skills. So you can make it where you learn skills super fast. Let's sell these fish. Fish at market. We're actually almost... We're almost there. I mean, I could buy most of the fields. I don't think I could buy the ale house. Because the ale house is way too much. No, that's a normal house. Now, we could buy a thieves' den. We could buy a thieves' den. Buy a normal house in just a second. We should have enough to buy a normal... Oh. We couldn't beat our rate of fish expansion. Okay. Go fishing again. We're going to be actually have enough soon enough. There you go. I wonder if anyone here has got plague. I'm not seeing anyone with plague. Which is good. Now I'm going to need to check if they're on the market if there's wool. There is wool on the market. Which means the craftsman ought to, at some point, consider that. The craftsman ought to consider that at some point. Now we need to become friends with the Oaks family too, if we are going to buy it from them. So I need to find out who the owner is. Betlick. Happily unemployed. Well, I guess he's just sleeping. Track him. I got tons of people tracked on the side. Hold on, let's run over here. Keep fishing. You can do it. I don't think he's slept for days. He's an absolute madman. He's just been here just standing here fishing. His eyes glazed over. People just coming out to watch him. I mean, look, he's calling his friends over. Just to come watch this absolute madman just keep fishing. Just keeping an eye out on the Vikings on the other side of the way, I guess. And if someone's sick, we ought to... Oh, there's someone... People are just talking to us. Travelers. Wait, are you one of the Vikings? You're a traveler, so... Ah, no, I shouldn't have punched the traveler. You might want to move here and buy my fish. We'll just pretend like this is our boat. Sell all that. We also should talk to people. That's one of the watchmen. Hold on. Let's talk to her. Wait, is she working? Yeah, they're working. They're the herbalist hut. Now, if you get married to someone and they own buildings, now I would actually save it to become a ganate. I think I would say. I think that's the one that I remember holding off on because once you get to that limit, you need a ton of money to move up social class. But then if you marry someone who has already has a building, once you reach your building limit, not as a Gabura, but there's something above it, like something with a K. Someone I could probably see someone who has it. Yeah, Cosetla. A Cosetla. Once you reach Cosetla, marry someone who has just one building, just a house. You can marry anyone in the game who has at least one structure, right? And then you can, at that point, you can. Actually, I want to try out one of these terms. I'm gonna just buy one. I make so much more money. Go fishing. Well, we're not really getting much for it, I guess, because we're just getting 0.1. So we're just too tired to really benefit. Let's eat. And sell the rest of it. There we go. We're almost at 2,000. Hold on, let's go here. Let's do some more corporate sabotage over here once it turns night. There we go. Lower the price. Oh, hold on. He saw me. I think he saw me. Entertain's another fun one, but it takes forever to get money through it. Because I used to beg and entertain a lot, just playing on my own, as like for fun in the game, and corporate sabotage. There we go. Oh no! He's gonna see us. Starfire. There we go. Come on, start a fire before the guard comes this way. Before the guard catches us. Woo! Run! Ah, I think we burned ourselves again. Yeah, we burned ourselves again. We only got a bit burnt, though. We only got a bit burnt, which is good. But we're going to go... We also are warm. The funniest thing is you get an immunity boost. So if you really are sick and you have no way to warm yourself up, just burn a building. Oh, we didn't really damage it that much, though. The funniest thing is he is none the wiser to who's been setting fire to his building. I think it's raining. Yeah, it's a light rain or light fog. So that probably hurt our chance at burning it down. They should be really wondering. There's one independent fisherman in this town, and he's trying to burn down. And the only building that's been trying to get burned down every single time was the fisherman dock. And there's only one fisherman who doesn't work at the dock. I feel like I'm not really leaving. Like I'm pretty sure they don't need me a super detective to figure out that London here might be the culprit. He might be the one burning down the dock. Hold on, we're almost not tired. I was wondering if if I got rid of him, how much money is that corral? I mean, I guess I could try to move into owning a corral, but the only problem is the corral doesn't have a bed in it, and I'm wanting to get a building that also has a bed so we can make it a residence, so you can own a business and be a town guard. And only some businesses have beds, and those are going to be ones that typically cost a little bit more. Fortunately, basically, all we have is empty plots. We could build something on one of these empty plots, like develop a butcher, flour mill, or anything like that. But as you can see, it's pretty expensive. In a mine, we could do for pretty cheap, but you don't have a wood cutting hut and a mine. You don't really have anything in, and I think we already have a wood cutting hut and a mine in town, right? If I remember correctly, at least we have a wood cutting hut, right? Don't have a wood cutting hut. I know what I'm building because that made so much money last time. But there's a lot of wood on the market here, and then we could just burn all the buildings down to get. They'll never know I hit them. Only businesses. I want to see only businesses. Pause. Go back into the overview menu. Oh, it's not really filtering. Yeah, it has to. Nope. Alright, so we got woodcutting hut right here. I still need a ton of money to build that there. Well, I guess there could be room for 2 woodcutting huts, right? I mean, I guess there's hold on, where's one of these plots? We do have, hold on, actually, was there a field? There is a field in the wilderness. Where's this field? Wilderness where? And I can always sell it once I. It's by Flethurst. I mean, it is for sale. It's literally a field in the middle of nowhere. Someone is seriously selling a field in like in the sticks. I think that's the term, in the sticks, or where it's just in the backwoods. All right. I think we could do that. We could do that. We could buy that field. Let's buy the herbalist hut. And herbalist hut, what does it need for production? Fruits. I mean, it needs stuff for the farm. Or I could just rent houses out here in the middle of nowhere. And there's another wood cutting there. Yeah, there's multiple wood cutting places there. And I don't think the field is going to make a lot of money. So I think we might have to just suck it up and kind of wait. That might be what we're stuck with. Because if I buy that business, I'm going to lose money, I'm pretty sure. Even with the money invested. I think we hold out. And try to buy the fishing business. We become good friends with the Oaks family. I mean, we're at like 1991 money, and we basically made. I don't remember what we started off the episode with, but I'm pretty sure we made over 1,000 gold just in this episode, and not even most of the episode hasn't even been dedicated to money making. If we fast forward it, even better. That might be the best decision here. But like we're doing like by. We'll call it 30 a piece. So 30 times. So 10 sales were at 300. So I guess that's 30 more sales until we get like around enough to where we'd actually buy some porridge to keep warm. On 5 and then down to 1. Oh, hold on. So all that back and then eat. There we go, the porridge. And there we go. We're warm and we are toasty and we are fishing. We're fishing efficient. But if we can burn this building down to better our prices, or just move somewhere else. We might be better off if we move to a new market, because we have hundreds of fish here, 241 fish. If there's any time of crashing the market, we have definitely crashed the fish market. We have 249 fish, 250 fish. Literally, it sells for just as much as we buy it for. We could buy it. You could just hold on to solid assets. I mean, if I bought a house, I could store all these fish and bring it back and kind of manipulate the market. I don't know if I could fit 260 fish though. So that we are getting money fast now. Look at us go. We are going way fast with getting that fish. Okay, slow down a little bit. I think I'm getting to where I'm starting to fish it out a little bit. But production is slow. Production always is slowed when you're doing it on the... and this way we can actually train fishermen up. Anyone who works for us, we can train them with our skills and make them better at it. Now, we really should become friends, so I want to actually spend a little time trying to socialize with that guy. So I can actually talk to him to possibly buy him out. Oh, it's night. I can't even do it if I wanted to. We really ought to talk to him. Honestly, it's a little bit easier that if you're not married, you can find owners that you can basically have your character kind of just hit on them and then go, I really like your business though. I'd really like to buy your business though. And then that works out really well. So actually we would have probably had a better chance with the other person, because we could have tried that way. Now obviously you can just get your businesses through marriage in this game too, but we're working the hard way. We're literally a local site at this point, considering all the people coming up to us. We're in the fish and grind business. I think we actually stayed up so long we're no longer tired. Didn't quite catch that. Yeah, we're hardly tired. All these people just standing here watching us in amazement. You know what? I'm done with them watching us. You back off. We just punched him. That's what he gets for watching us. He's disturbing our fishing. Can't watch us fish and just like can't watch us fish for free. He's gotta walk away from our fishing spot. There we go. This is our fishing hole, and we will defend it with our fists. All right, I think what I might do is I'm probably gonna leave it off here. But we got a lot of money. I'm probably gonna leave it off here, but as I'm closing, I'm gonna kind of sell. But we'll be back Friday. We're going back to Hobo Tough Life, I think, and then next week, hopefully I should have enough money that I can actually buy that fishing business, and we can spend an entire episode on actually building up the business. This has been our grind episode, really, in which we just kind of try to get the money. Our grind stream, where we try to work up the money to actually be able to buy the business. And actually, it's going pretty well. I mean, considering we didn't really have to do any criminal acts other than just voluntary ones, like just arsoning this thing for fun. I don't think that's really paid off even that much anyway. And we are getting extra money from just the fact that we are good at haggling. But I think we have to sell like a full load, I want to say, to really get the full benefit of that. No, we're only occasionally getting a trading bonus. A haggling bonus. In fact, I haven't seen the haggle bonus for a while. We're not getting a haggle bonus anymore? No, I haven't seen the haggle bonus for a while. Yeah. I don't know if it's just basically it's so abundant in the market that we've totally crashed the price. And so we can't even haggle. Oh no, there we go, haggle bonus. We got some haggling there. We're able to convince them to pay us a little extra. Well, maybe we're just not seeing it a lot because it's just such a price. But I'm getting amazing fish. We got amazing fish prices here at 5. Actually, the prices, no, they haven't gone up. It looks like they said they're adjusting. But yeah, we're gonna leave it off here. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. This one was kind of just a relaxing one. We kind of just sat back and fished for about an hour. And about an hour of work, we already almost have enough for a business. So I actually am almost kind of inclined to recommend this. If you want to go for a more kind of, if you're okay with a bit of a more grindy gameplay, you could start off your gameplay by fishing. Just fishing and then having enough money in order to go into business without having to become friends and marry up into high society. But I would recommend waiting off getting married in this game until you get to where you reach your building limit, and then you can marry someone and then move up an entire social class with one building. With just one building, and you can marry whoever you want in that point. Because generally everyone in this game at least has one building, or they stay in the bunkhouse. Or heck, you could even try to do it the hard way and work your way all the way up all the social classes. I don't think our guy slept for a week, actually. I think he's actually been awake this whole time. There we go. So what we can. I'm probably going to cut the stream at 3,000. I'll just keep running until I can get it. I'm almost there. And we're at 3,000. You started as a simple Gabura, but the bay has smiled upon you, and henceforth you shall be known as a Cosetla. You may now own your own land, more of your own land. Okay, so we are now we have moved up social class. So just from fishing, from just standing here for days on end fishing, it works. It will work. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had a great one. And see you all later. All right, bye.